right, we are Genshining. We're doing a Genshin event before it closes. It is Saturday night. There's only a day left of this because this was like weirdly short. Was it weirdly short? I feel like it was very short for a flagship event. So I'm assuming it's only going to be a couple of videos. Famous last words. But we're in Genshin today. We are doing Enchanted Tales of the Mikawa Flower Festival. It's not the Flower Festival anymore, apparently. What do I have written down? I have it written down as Mikawa Festival, not Flower Festival. Why did I think it was the Flower Festival? I don't know. But yeah, I recommended quests. It wants us to finish the Sacred Sakura cleansing ritual, which I have started that and I've done a good chunk of it. So we're not gonna finish it because I don't want to. Act 2, I think Carasius Aratus is, I want to say that is the second part of Raiden's. That doesn't sound like the right name, but oh no, it's Yoimiya's. Oh, I almost did that last night. Because if you look here, I've been on Dihia's story quest for the longest time, but I finished that last night and did all of Baiju's just like on my other monitor while I was doing some work. I had this an idea to do this last year, and I'm gonna bring it back because, oh my god, I need to talk about this. I want to rank all of the character story quests, probably after, like originally I wanted to do it before Mizuki's, but the rewards for that go away soon. So I'm probably gonna do it after Mizuki, so like everything up to, technically it would be, what patch are we in? Oh my god, what patch are we in? I don't know what patch we're in, but everything like up to this patch, but it's gonna be everything including this patch now. I think Baiju's story quest might be one of my favorites in the entire game. I'm not gonna lie, it was so good. It was so good. Dihia's was good too, but Baiju's so good. So I was actually gonna do Yoimiya's Act 2 last night and I didn't. I should have. I totally should have. I think Raiden's is recommended, but I already have done it. And then Tapira's Suminator is that one is Mizuki's. But I believe the cutoff for rewards, yeah, the cutoff for rewards in Mizuki's story quest, obviously you can do it whenever, but they're giving out extra rewards. These are now gone, but there's 2 days left on this, and Mikawa Festival is 1 day, so priorities. So we're just gonna do it that way. But we're gonna go to Inazuma. I'm in Lua right now, but we're gonna go to Inazuma. One day you receive a letter from Yae Miko, who you haven't heard from in a long while. Following the instructions laid out therein, you make your way to Tenshikaku in Inazuma to discover an important festival-related matter. So let's read that letter. I'm gonna have to read the whole thing. So Miko says, I haven't seen or heard from you in quite some time. Little one, because that's what she calls us. Okay, Miko, I am not awake enough for this. Don't tell me you've forgotten all about your Lady Yae Miko and gone off and found yourself a new shrine maiden somewhere else. That wouldn't do it all. For one thing, it would break my poor little heart. But surely a kind and gentle soul such as you couldn't bear to see me that way, would you? Tell you what, let's meet at Tenshikaku. I've already had a word with the, I've never seen this word before, Okuzumeshu at the entrance to let you in. So don't even think about turning me down. Relax, you're not in trouble. In fact, you're in for quite a treat. So we'll accept her invitation. We need to make our way to Inazuma, but Paimon is talking, so.
Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this.
Okay, Paimon, you have fun with that bad feeling. What is it? Well, Realm of Tempered Valor. Okay, you're late farther down on the schedule. You can relax for a minute there. Let me get my login reward. But because I did character story quests, my long-term encounter points are back. They're back. But this is actually going to be like our dailies for today. I do need to run some other stuff, but I think I might do enough of this to like be considered dailies maybe. Anyways, where are we going? Inazuma. That's why it's not showing up. Maybe I need to, okay, focused experience mode. For a better experience by avoiding conflicts with other quests, I want to enable it just for the sole purpose that the current, what is it called? It's too far down on my schedule, I think. What is it called? The Genshin event Traveler's Tales Anthology chapter. They're like all over the place, and I was strategically avoiding them yesterday, and it was really difficult. So I want to turn that on. I do want to turn on focused experience mode. So let's go to Tenshikaku and all that jazz. All right, I need to do the thing. Take me to Inazuma, please. Because also my commissions are still set to Inazuma, so we could get interrupted by those too, but those aren't as bad. Anyways, do we want to play around with the team? Nah, this team has been working for me the last couple of days. Let's just do it this. We move. Because like we could do a fun festive team. Like with Ina's, because like I'm running Inazuma only. Technically, I consider Wanderer both a Sumeru character and an Inazuma character. I consider them both, quite frankly. Because like like he has a Sumeru vision, right? I think that's a Sumeru vision. Let me compare that to Kazu. Kazu, what does your vision look like? Yeah, he has a Sumeru vision because he got his vision in Sumeru. But he's also technically Raiden's kid, so that's weird. He's got a whole thing. I don't know, because like I've been running this team the last couple of days and I kind of don't feel like dealing with Raiden. So I was like, we could do like Raiden and Ayaka, and I don't have Miko, but we could do like a lot of fun, like we could do stuff. I'm already running mostly Inazuma. It's like 3.5 Inazuma characters. All right, where are we going? Okay, let me navigate this properly. I also have cookies because I haven't been feeling well recently, so I just ordered my groceries, and whenever I order my groceries, something goes wrong. And this time, like, they forgot like half my groceries, but gave me somebody else's stuff. I got somebody's like box of 24 eggs. That is, I'm rich now. I got somebody's big box of eggs. Those are so expensive. But I also got somebody's cookies, so I have cookies.
Welcome, honored traveler.
You're just vibing. I had sushi, I had cookies. This is my Saturday.
Come in.
Oh, okay. That was a lot easier than last time. Oh yeah, last time. Wasn't last time when Raiden and Kazuha like battle it out? Like, wasn't that? I feel like that's the last time we were at Tenshikaku, like canonically. Am I right about that?
No,
A lot of things happened at Tenshikaku.
So stubborn about this. I'll adjust the budget here, and we'll definitely turn a profit.
So, what are we talking about?
We must confirm.
I missed these. I missed them so much because even like the karaoke event, we didn't have like Raiden and Miko till the very end, and they had said some cryptic thing.
This must be the Shogun, right?
Oh, it's Raiden, not the puppet. It's her, all right.
Ah, little one. It's about time. Come, I have a contract for you to sign.
Wait, I just realized something. They're talking in English. I didn't even process that, like the voiceover issue. Does that mean Formosa? Did you sign an interim agreement? Something happened because the last couple of flagship events haven't had English voiceover. Something happened.
Whoa, we're not just gonna sign a random.
I didn't go into this, like, I didn't process it. I like literally was, okay. Either that or they've just been sitting on this event for like a couple patches. They're like, we'll pull it out when we need it, when we need a good filler event. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, if it's one of your contracts, how can I be sure I'm not signing myself up for slave labor? I'm sorry. What's going on?
Hardly.
God.
Hardly. Oh, well, labor. Is
Miko, what did you do?
But you will be compensated.
Give me my primos. Run me back my primos. I want to pull in reruns.
Is as bad as Paimon.
Or save for Shneznaya. I'll probably pull. I'm going to pull in Risley or Farina.
Selected. She would indeed be the perfect candidate for the Mikawa Flower Festival.
I like how Raiden even sounds like much more sure of herself, which is kind of wonderful because she deserves that. That's probably why you're supposed to do part 2 of her story quest first. Anyways, what's the Mikawa Flower Festival? Flower is in the name.
Still roamed the land. They celebrated an event known as the Mikawa Flower Festival. It was an occasion for drink, laughter, and merriment.
Okay.
We hosted a version of it during the Test of Courage. Unfortunately, due to
Test
time
of
constraints,
Courage.
we weren't able to put on a large celebration.
I like that they make a reference back to it because the Test of Courage, I think, was the event with Ayaka in her new outfit.
I got to thinking, why not have another go?
And that was like last year.
This time with the Mikawa Flower Festival for yokai and humans alike.
That makes
One that
sense.
combines human ingenuity with yokai arts to offer the most innovative and thrilling entertainment.
Because I
of our
think we had,
time.
even
Open to
Ayaka's
all
outfit has like a
humans and
flower
yokai
motif.
throughout the
That
land.
makes, I didn't even think about that.
Wait, kind of like a Kitsu Yuge and a Kitsu Hanea Sobi? Those games
I
were
don't
really
remember.
fun.
I don't remember the second one.
For an important event like this, an official representative is required to preside over the festivities. In the past, the role was usually given to the Guji.
Is
or an
Miko too
individual
busy?
From the Yashiro Commission.
Because last
But
time,
this
the
time-
individual from the Yashiro Commission
Neither
was
myself
Ayaka, I
nor the
believe.
Kamisato
Uh-huh.
family can assume the position.
So that makes
Even
sense,
we
I
represent
guess.
one side or the other. The yokai.
Oh, I guess that makes full sense because Miko would be yokai and Ayaka or Ayato would be human. But we're technically a secret third thing.
Human
So-
you may be, but you possess a deep connection.
Yeah,
with the
there'd be
yokai,
like a
and
secret
you
third
do not
thing.
hail from this land. That makes you a more neutral option.
I do still think there's some
Moreover,
issues with the
you took
sound
part in the
mastering,
previous festival during the Test of Courage. In my
possibly.
estimation, there is no better candidate for the role.
It just sounds kind of
Plus,
like
your name has the
grating a
potential
little
to
bit.
attract an even greater showing. So are you going to sign this thing or what?
I'm scared. I don't know if I want to sign this thing, Miko. But I feel like
I almost fell into a trap.
exactly. I don't work as a festival ambassador for free. Oh yeah, I'm not doing it for free.
Come now.
I need my
this is
primo
for an
gems. Run me
important
back my
occasion, is
primos.
it
Yeah,
not?
Miko.
Even I've chosen to throw profit to the wind.
I think I forgot
Surely,
that because I remembered it was
selfless hero like yourself
Risley
wouldn't
on the
turn your
rerun,
back on a
but I
good
forgot there was
cause.
Farina. I kind of want to pull for
According to
both
the
of them. I'm not gonna
proposal,
lie.
the proceeds will be distributed as
That patch
follows.
video's already up.
40% to Yai Publishing House and 10% to the festival representative.
Hey, no fair!
I'm like, the more I hear the audio, I'm like having thoughts about it. I'm not gonna finish those thoughts though. I want 30%.
Now, 10% might not sound like much.
Oh,
but
10%
Yai
is
Publishing
nothing.
House is going to great lengths for this occasion.
10%.
in
I'm like the
time
face
and
of the event. Come
personnel.
on, Miko. You can do
All
better.
you need to
We all know
do
you
is
can do
show your
better.
face.
You say that now, and then you're going to put me to work once I agree.
Getting smart, aren't you, little
I've
one?
always been smart,
In that
Miko.
case, I'll throw in another 10% from the other half of the proceeds.
I think that's actually why I got fired from
No,
my
The
when I
other
worked at a
half is
bookstore.
going to the shogunate. That is not up
But listen,
for
they never
negotiation.
in Texas you don't have to give a reason for
But I am
firing
rather
somebody, so they just gave me like a
curious
BS
about the
answer.
supposed great lengths you mentioned.
But it was like not a real answer. No, you're worth. This was also a couple of years ago, and I wasn't this desperate. So, anyways, no,
Unless
you're
I am
worth.
mistaken, most of the personnel and supplies are to be
I
provided
knew my worth
by
and
the
got fired for
shogunate.
it though. So
In that sense, 40% seems rather high for your establishment.
still haven't gone in
Does it
there,
not?
which is annoying because
That
it's the
A.
closest bookstore
When
to
did
me.
she reprogram you to argue back like this?
Funnily enough, Miko
Proceeds
also
should be
technically
distributed
runs a
according to
bookstore.
contribution. Besides,
Technically,
from
that's
the very beginning,
huh.
you plan to allocate an additional 10% of your
I think
share
the
to
trauma just hit a
traveler,
little bit in
did
my
you
brain.
not?
Wait.
What are we talking about?
You were just trying to shortchange us?
Oh, so we were being scammed.
What's the fun in
Great.
bargaining if you open up with your best
Run me
offer
my
right off
money,
the bat?
Miko. I'm not doing this unless you pay me properly.
Uh,
I've been here before.
Everyone doesn't see the fun at all. But 20% is acceptable.
It's more acceptable than 10, but I still want 30. Heck, I want 40. I'm kidding, but also not. Anyways, what do I have to do as the representative? Once the representative is confirmed, the rest of the conversation goes smoothly, blah,
Games
blah,
have
blah.
always been a central part of the festival.
So,
and both
are we
Akitsu
just getting
Honey
straight to the
Asobi
games?
and
'Cause I am
Akitsu
totally
Yuki
okay with
were
that.
Extremely popular.
Totally okay with that.
So the plan is to host.
Looks like
an
they're
event where
rerunning
the
some?
Attendees have 48 hours to create a game. Of
Oh,
their
it's a
own.
game
We'll
jam.
have new and exciting.
That's what it's called,
entertainment
right?
in No time.
That's what a game jam is, right? I was like almost because when I was going to school pre 2020. Yeah, it's called a game jam. I was almost part of one on like my college campus at the time. But then everything shut down and I went home. So the game jam didn't happen. But I wasn't gonna be doing it for like game stuff. I think I was just gonna be there to do like game voice acting if they needed it.
Ooh, everyone loves
Or like stuff
fun
like that,
games.
you know, like the
You
more
don't have to
creative,
worry about
not
attracting humans
coding
in your
side of
event.
things. But
That
it
is the
never happened, I
general
don't think.
plan. I'll leave you to iron out the finer details.
Game jams
and
are fun,
contact the
though.
participants.
It's literally just a game jam. That's so cool.
This is a critical time.
Here I
for the
was thinking
shogunate
this was
new
like a
development plans, and the survey team
spicy-
is returning momentarily, so I must turn my attention.
Not even
to
spicy,
them.
it's not the right word, but like risque, not even that's not even the right word either. But like
Got
the
it,
whole
got it.
bathhouse
We'll
thing,
see
people are
later
like,
then.
they're like the bathhouse, they're wearing swimsuits, and no, it's just a game jam. It's like literally not that serious. Where to now though?
Jinju Forest. Let's pay a visit to our
Old
old friend
friend.
Yoroi.
Eilroy. Because I never know how to say that name. Eilroy. All right, Enchanted Tales first night as though caught in a dream. We'll do the first night tonight and possibly any mini games depending on how long this first night takes. But usually the first night is mostly cutscene. Like the first video, the first video first night is much longer. And I actually kind of love this dedicated focused experience mode because it just takes you where you need to go. Like as somebody who gets distracted very easily, I'll open the map with like a bunch of stuff on it and be like, wait, what are we doing? Does anyone remember what we're doing? Because I don't. It's like when you walk into a room and you're like, wait, huh? What do I need in this room? And then you walk out and you do that about 5 times before you actually get the thing. Yeah, it's that. I do that with the Genshin map all the time, but the focused experience mode, this is really my first time using it since they implemented it. It's kind of cracked and I love it as somebody who gets distracted very, very easily, which getting distracted easily can like lend itself to be pretty good for like a YouTube
There's
video
no need
because
to
it's like I have a
exchange
lot to say, so I'm never like dead air, you know? I never have dead air. But
Oh, but before I forget, you should eat this kitsune meal first.
and they even cut off the character line. That's so
Whoa, it smells so good.
HoYoVerse, I love you for this. I love you for this so bad.
Like fried tofu for some reason.
Because she likes fried tofu. Duh. But because we're in focused experience mode, let's walk around with Kokomi because that's the vibe. It's just the vibes. I've seen so much art of Mizuki and Kokomi and I love it because their like aesthetics are so similar and I love it. It's just, it's so fun for me specifically. Oh, it's over here. I was like, where am I going? Right over here. I think I missed a turn. It's okay, we'll take a shortcut. I love a shortcut.
The smell of humans. Nothing to see here.
I feel
Just
like
a
I've never...
statue.
Have we ever heard
Huh?
Eoroy
Wait.
speak?
Why do
I don't think so.
smell Kitsune?
I don't think we've ever heard Eoroy speak, because even before it was like in a world quest or something that we met them. That's probably why it wants you to do the
Ah, it's
Sakura
you,
cleansing ritual
youngsters.
world quest.
And you. Huh. The nasty
So I guess I
Kitsune
did enough
turned
of the
Shinju Forest into
cleansing
the
ritual.
playground for her test of courage.
I remember Test of Courage.
Shinju Forest is supposed
That was
to
the
be
horror
your
game event, right?
territory, right? Oh, no wonder
So
he's
that's a
so
throwback.
mad.
Exactly. How could you hold?
Because I thought Test of Courage... I thought it was that Test of Courage was a throwback to the
So that's what
combat event with Ayaka and her outfit. No, now that they're mentioning it, that was the like, ooh, spooky. When Ayato glitched and his face like went blank, because the textures for his face like disappeared from certain parts of the game for certain players. And so his face just glitched out and it was like, ah, spooky. That was like the spookiest part of the event, but it was so funny. Anyways, sealed away like this, could you even participate?
Anyway, what brings you?
I
all
mean,
here?
he could have participated
Something
and
to
been like, boo,
discuss.
like scared people. That would have been cute. He probably would have had fun with it. So you avoided the question completely, yeah?
I actually came to apologize about the test of courage. It
Did
is
you
my
now,
mistake
Miko?
Not to invite more yokai to the
Oh,
ceremony.
okay, that makes
So
sense.
for this Mikawa Flower Festival, I knew I had to extend
That
a
makes more
personal
sense.
invitation to the Bake Danuki.
Huh? The Mikawa Flower Festival?
Cuties!
Mikawa Flower Festival.
Oh, they're so cute.
Kiboshi, she'll say,
Because they probably remember it too, or they've like heard of it because they're babies. They might not have been around, but they've heard like stories from the other yokai, and they're like, "Ooh, we want in, we want in." It's like oh god, Reverse 1999 Allure Games has my heart, but it's kind of similar to that with the revival of the Allure games. A lot of people were like, my grandparents talked about it and loved it, and now I want in. So it was kind of like that. I think it was Desert Flannel, my girl. Part of her backstory for that event was that her grandmother, I think, always like had talked about the games and would have talked about like wanting to see it come back, like really, really bad. But obviously she did not make it to see it come back, and so Desert was like really set on wanting to see it through and have it be revived for that reason. It seems like a similar thing here. I will make everything I can about the Allure games, apparently. Why can't we understand them all of a sudden? Is it because of the Kitsune meal? On second thought, better not to ask. Let's just skip ahead.
Never trust an apology from a kitsune, or an invitation for that matter.
Fair enough.
It's just a silly
I'm
festival.
a little lost, but that is
what
so
if there's
fair enough.
Delicious food or fun games.
I want to play the games.
fun, fun.
Fun!
That's enough, you two. Don't fall.
I
for
immediately fell
Kitsune's
for it.
Cheap tricks.
I immediately
Such
fell for the cheap
hopeless,
tricks.
Innocent cubs.
What a
Let me
shame.
in!
I was hoping to take you all to the festival, but it
Oh,
would
it's
seem
Dion.
Yoroi disapproves.
Hey, Yoroi
I
can't
suppose
move.
It makes sense.
Just saying.
Poor Yoroi, stuck in this statue all alone while the rest of you got to have fun.
Is there no
How
way to like
sad that would be.
pick him up and move him somewhere else?
Poor Yoroi.
Not like the statue
Excuse
itself,
you.
but like the soul within
I
the
am
statue.
Yoroi, the Kakushigami of the Bake Danuki. I just, yes, just worried the cubs will get distracted and stray from the Tanuki path.
Are you sure you're not
I
just
should
gonna
also
get
mention
lonely? I don't
was
think, even
hoping
if
the
it's like
Bake
not him getting
Danuki could help
lonely,
the humans take their
lonely.
games to the next level.
It could be like,
Talented as you are in the art of transformation.
it could be more like, they're growing up so fast, like something like that.
Only the Bake Danuki can hope to match the Kitsune in that area.
Match? The Kitsune could never
Are you
rival the
goading
transformative
Yoroi,
gifts of the
Miko?
Bake Danuki.
Are you doing this
Well, I
purposely?
was thinking of using the Bake Danuki as the symbol of the event in the promotions and such.
I don't think that
But
happened.
Alas, it would seem that you don't like that idea, Ioroi. No matter. I shall simply seek the help of the Kitsune. When the time comes, all of Inazuma will know the Kitsune stepped in to accomplish what the
Oh,
Bake
she's
Danuki
goading
could
him, yeah.
not.
Wait!
She knows exactly what she's doing. What an obvious strategy.
It worked, didn't it?
Oh, Miko. You never
My dear
change.
cubs, transforming into things that already exist is only a small fraction of what it means to become a great Bake Danuki. To even get a quarter of the way through your training,
Is this their
you must
lesson
be
for the
able to
day?
turn into things
They're
of
so
your own
cute.
invention. Just like when I turned into a gigantic ramen bowl that could fly.
I would actually like to see
So
that.
go forth and seize this opportunity so you can advance the name of the. No, I mean.
He said, "Go
advance
get me
your
some clout."
training. Not all humans are bad and scary. Some are good, just like these youngsters. Go
Aww.
with them and transform into things you've never tried before.
For the game jam.
Yoroi. The little tanuki are safe with me.
You're
Cute.
the one I'm worried about.
I would be too. Yeah.
We'll make sure they don't, stray from the path.
We will keep your little children safe, Yoroi.
I'll hold you to that. Now, Kichiboshi.
I
Shosei,
already have them mixed up.
Yokokoban, while you're out there, always listen to.
I already have them mixed up.
Always listen to
Oh, God. Are we White Fur or is that Paimon?
and Miss Yellowfur.
Oh no, we're Miss Yellow Fur. White
And
Fur is
Auntie
Paimon.
Pink.
Look at her. She's Auntie Pink.
Miss Pink Fur.
They lingered.
I almost forgot.
That's gonna be the
Given their
thumbnail.
level of training, speaking to humans will be a problem. Just a moment. I'll cook up a few bake danuki meals to keep.
Okay,
on
so they
hand.
have their own
No need.
meals.
Here, Miss Pink Fur prepared a special kitsune meal for you all.
I like how they call
will
it
give you the
specifically like
ability to speak to humans.
Kitsune or Baketenuki.
You stole our tricks.
Change the name,
too?
yeah.
And
I knew
changed
that's
the
gonna
name?
like again just the rivalry. Seemingly oblivious to loud sounds of protest, Miko prepares a completely non-suspicious feast. Oh my god, speed read. Okay, Kichiboshi is green bandana. Gelbu is purple.
Is it really that much better than mine?
Well, you're like you can't move.
Splendid. That should make our lives easier. Now we can head into the city and start forming the teams.
Yeah, teams. We're asking about the teams, but it's a game jam. You have teams.
Well, we need more than Bake Danuki power to design these games.
So, oh wait, no, two of them are
Humans per team
purple.
should suffice, I'd say.
I think Kichiboshi is green. Kichiboshi is green, and then Gilbu, Koban,
I
and
need to
Shosei
discuss
are
the
both
layout
purple,
of
but they look
venue with
exactly the
Yashiro
same.
Commission. I'll leave the team recruitment to you.
Like, I'm pretty sure it's the same models. All right, put to work already. Guess I need to earn that extra 10%.
Hold on. You're not taking part, Miko? You're really gonna sit out on the fun?
She's got something up her sleeve. She always does.
Making games is nowhere near as fun as playing them. Besides,
I mean,
working through the night
debatable.
certainly isn't my idea of a good
Some people
time.
like both.
Making games? Working? Through the night?
That is
Anyway,
the
this
game
time I'm
jam
going to wait
difference,
for the fun to
actually.
come to me. See you later, little ones.
Little ones. We're still little ones. All right, we're going to Inazuma City. I am so tired all of a sudden. I think it's the cookies. Oh, and this one, you're making me teleport on my own? I take it back. I thought experience mode made it so I didn't have to teleport. But I do, unfortunately. But it threw me right into it, so that works.
City!
We brought the little things into the city.
So many houses! So many humans!
Yeah, I think,
Gotta farm beans!
yeah.
White fur? Yellow fur? How do we farm beans?
Beans.
Farm teams, not farm beans!
I thought farming beans was like their daily chore or something. All right. It's like finding people with similar interests, sure.
Yeah, that's right! People with the same taste! You know,
Yeah, they gave
it's the same.
Gyobu and Shosei the exact same model. So I'm gonna mix them up.
Tastes the same. Got it!
Are they gonna start biting people?
Easy peasy. Wait for dumb. Farm beans that taste the same.
Farm bean. Maybe you shouldn't have used the taste metaphor. Off they go.
No, wait, that's not. And they're gone. In different directions too. Let's go.
I don't know what it is, but I'm not super like drawn in. But even when I was doing the story quests last night, I was kind of like bored at the beginning, but then I kind of started getting into it like halfway. So I feel like maybe that's just where we're at. Also, I'm like so tired. I probably shouldn't have started recording, but I'm like, I gotta. But then, oh, it's Toma and Ito. What do we think? Do you think they'd make like a fighting game, like a 2D fighting game? I think that's what they would do. Oh, okay. Not everyone is voiced. Interesting. So we do have to read some of it. All right. So with Toma says, wait, you're saying he's not one of Ushi's friends? These must not be voiced at all. Ito says, whoa, pump the brakes. I thought he was your friend.
Longhorned Oni and short-horned Oni.
Short-horned Oni. Ito says he talks. This is so cute.
There you are.
So the main characters, it seems like our voice.
Fur. Yellow fur. Shosei found white fur and yellow fur number 2.
That's kind of cute.
Okay. Both like to play.
Well, yeah, because we guess we do technically have like a human and a yokai. He says both great yokai. Oh no, he thinks Toma's a yokai because of the headband. All right. Toma says great yokai, so he thinks I'm an oni too. Yeah, what's going on? Ito says, listen, I was just playing some geniusification. There's the shilling with my good bro Toma during his time off. Toma got time off? Toma says, and then out of the blue, this Shosei appeared right in the middle of our match.
Shosei loves to play. Longhorn and Shorthorn Oni also love to play.
They're just like,
We taste the same.
we can talk to the Tsunuki. Ito says, so we what now? All right, we can explain. You briefly explained the situation to Ito and Toma. And Ito says, oh ho, the Mikawa Flower Festival. Should open with that. Compadre. There he goes. Yep. The Arataki gang really hard carried the last one. Okay, so I guess the Flower Festival was the test of courage. Like that was actually the same thing. Maybe that's it doesn't sound familiar. Maybe it does. I don't know. I'm curious actually. Hold on. I'm going to look this up. I literally covered it. I did the whole thing. Genshin test of courage event. I'm like curious. Was that part of the Mikawa Flower Festival? Bring up the Genshin wiki. Bring it up. Let me make sure it's muted. Was it part? Was Akitsuki Motomeshi the past event? Okay, that was the whole event was Akitsuki Motomeshi. Fandom wiki is actually the worst thing to view ever. I'm gonna be so real. Because this was in early 2023. Actually, no, it was end of 2022. Oh my gosh. That's why I don't remember anything. Is it anywhere in here? If I search... No, because the only thing that comes up is actual stuff. Oh my god, I forgot there's a platformer minigame in here. The only thing that comes up is like actual, when you like search on the page, Mikawa Flower Festival, it's just like recent stuff on the side of the page. What if we just look up festival? Great, my PC is making noises. No, again, all that comes up is stuff related to the... Was it part of the Mikawa Flower Festival, or are they like retconning? Are they retconning without telling us? Because this just says, Paimon has got wind of an exciting new event hosted by the Yashiro Commission. So it's like nothing related to that. Have I just found a loophole? Are they? I think HoYoVerse is retconning. Anyways, Ito says that they hard carry the last one. We'll turn this one into something special too.
Hitatsumi Kozo and the others did all the work, bullchecker. You're really lumping them?
Because that's the event. I remember Kozo and all them. So, because yeah, there's a little explainer, which is actually, I feel like, very important. So there was Hitatsumi Kozo and Gyoko and Kappa, who were little yokai who have been living out in the wilderness. I don't know why it's giving this, I mean, I know why. We did this in 2022. I was like, I did it though. I'm different. No, it was in 2022. I had to literally had to look this up. But these were little yokai who were been living out in the wilderness. So this is what people thought were like the monsters in the woods that were scary. Yeah, it was just these little yokais. Though they lack strong powers, they long for the once vibrant festivities of the Mikawa Flower Festival, drawing inspiration from the classic game of Akitsu Hanasobi, I forget how they said it, and hoping to recreate the festival's former splendor. They have set up the game of Akitsu Yuge for people to enjoy together. Ito says it's called doing them a favor. Besides, they look up to me. I'm like a cool older brother. I mean, technically he is like an older yokai, so that makes sense.
Hitatsumi Kozo and his friends did come up with the
But
Akitsuki
that event
Yuge
doesn't mention,
last-
it doesn't mention Mikawa Flower Festival at all. So I don't know where that's coming from. Ito says the crew's getting back together. I'll round them up. So we have the little yokai on our team too. That's cute. Toma says, technically I'm on vacation, but I'm happy to assist the Yashiro Commission with the festival. Ito says, that's what I like to hear. All right, let's round up those little fellas and start working on the almighty Arataki, great and glorious Akitsu Yuge game. So, Akitsu Yuge, what one is that? I don't know. Oh, Cookie's here! She says, not so fast.
Hornless Oni.
Hornless Oni, cute. She says, we have an advertising job to finish. Remember, boss? And Ito says, huh? We do? Shinobu says, reshoots, follow-up work. There's still a mountain of things to do. So Ito says, well, She's like, don't you dare. Shinobu says, look at Toma here, kind enough to help with the festival even during his vacation. I would think the boss of the Arataki gang would show even more dedication to his work, but you know, that's just me. Ito doesn't know what to say, so Toma says, looks like your time is spoken for, my friend. Wrap up what you need to do and we can finish our match at the festival. Best of both worlds. Ito says, all right, those errands are a piece of cake. I'll be back in no time. But first, I should introduce you to Kozo and the others. Then you can head to the festival without me. He's being so dramatic about it. I like to think he's being dramatic about it. Shinobu says, then let's get a move on. No use standing here talking about it. Go make those introductions. We have stuff to do. Sorry, Traveler and Paimon. I'm sure we'll see you later. So they'll probably pop back up at the end of the event. I don't know if we're going to go through all the character dialogues because I'm probably going to have to read all of them.
So scary.
And I don't know if I'm going to have it in me. Maybe we'll do the end of the event tomorrow after like I rest my voice a little bit. Because earlier this week I like lost my voice entirely. It was really bad. There was other things on top of the losing of the voice, but the losing of the voice was like the first thing to happen. Anyways, Toma laughs. I just don't want to overdo it. And I thought that this event would be totally voiced so that we wouldn't overdo it. But then I realized we're still in the voice actor strike. So I didn't properly, there's, a quest of some sort. So there's Kichiboshi found Sayu. Let's see if Sayu's voiced. I don't know if they will be.
White fur, yellow fur, over here. Kichiboshi found big sleepy tanuki.
All right. Hate to break it to you, Kichiboshi, but...
Hey, I'm Amuchina.
All right, Sayu's voiced. Okay, cool.
Oh,
It looks like there's like half and half.
a yokai that can turn into tanuki?
No, wait. I'm not Amuchina or Tanuki. I'm Sayu.
Cute. We haven't seen Sayu in so long.
Muchina, Sayu, so many transformations. Sayu is yokai?
Oh my god. She's a ninja, not a yokai.
I don't transform at all. I've been a human this whole time. Who is this guy anyway? Popping up out of nowhere right when I found a spot to sleep?
I think this is the most I've ever heard Sayu talk. I'm gonna be so real.
Sorry, this is probably the first time Kichiboshi has ever seen a ninja.
It's a little bit jarring because I don't think I've ever heard her talk this much, but like I know who does her VA, so I just am hearing that. I'm not mad at it, but Yoimiya is not voiced, unfortunately. So she says, the big Tanuki and the great Mujina yokai are facing off. The rumors around Hanamizaka were true. I can probably do a decent Yoimiya voice.
Not this again.
The guys was a little bit more difficult.
Sayu.
Yoimiya says, or she laughs and says, no yokai, huh? My bad, Sayu. I rushed over here as soon as I heard the rumors. Guess I got a bit carried away. All right. A lot of like on and off pushing. So they were told to find like humans and yokai. So I guess Kichiboshi's yokai, quote unquote, was Sayu, and human is Yoimiya. Speaking of Yoimiya, she says, whoa, hold on. Is this guy a real yokai? His name is Kichiboshi. Yoimiya, meet Kichiboshi. Kichiboshi, meet Yoimiya. You'll probably get along very well, actually. Yoimiya says, well, hello there, Kichiboshi. I'm just gonna have to click through this one. There's not enough characters. And like some of them, most are voiced. She's warm because she's the fireworks. She says, warm? And we say warm personality-wise, I'm guessing. But also, she has a pyrovision, so maybe she's just like a warm person, like literally and physically. But she laughs and says, well, what brings you to Inazuma City, Kichiboshi? We don't often get Bakedenuki around these parts. I'm gonna lose the voice, I know it.
Boy, where do we begin?
Are we gonna have to explain again? Yeah, so you briefly explain the situation to Yoimiya. Why can't I click through that? And she says, I see. You're recruiting people to develop games for the Mikawa Flower Festival. So are you interested in Yoimiya? She says, well, duh. Come on, Sayu, let's do it together. But Sayu was trying to book it and got caught mid-booking it.
Right when I was trying to run.
That's so goofy.
About that.
I'm starting to think maybe all like the stuff going on in California, as opposed to the voice actors strike, might have been what like made it so we are missing some English lines, but I'm also not sure. I guess I'll be curious to see like who else is missing. Yoimiya says, I heard the Bakedenuki are great at ninjutsu. Rumor has it, with a single thought they can grow taller than a house. Is that true, Kichiboshi? I mean, technically, yeah.
House? I've never heard of a ninjutsu like that.
It's because it's not ninjutsu. It is literally magic, I guess? Yeah, it would be magic.
It's not ninjutsu. It's Bakedenuki art. We don't grow taller than house.
I mean, you could if you wanted to, Kichiboshi.
See? I knew it wouldn't be that easy.
We grow taller than mountain.
Well, there it is. I think you just got Sayu on board. Sayu?
Sorry. Just thinking about something Sensei always said. You can't just focus on drills, Sayu. You need to push
Whoever
the limits
Sensei,
of
was
what
it
you
just,
know about ninjutsu.
It was just like a random, right? It was an NPC. Well, this is as good an opportunity as any.
I guess.
So are you on board, Sayu? Are you our next team?
Success?
Yes, Kichiboshi. You farmed your beans.
Alright, let's go discuss this ninjutsu. No, this Bake Tanuki art of transformation. The one you're going to use for the festival.
She's so excited now. Yoimiya says, yes, I've always wanted to go to a festival with you, Sayu. Let's go to my place to brainstorm. We can even set off some fireworks when we're done.
I'll pass on the fireworks.
Fair enough. I relate to Sayu so hard. I also don't like fireworks just because they're loud and obnoxious. And I am also sleepy, so same difference. All right, so who is next? Who's our last team? All right, so over here, that is Kokumi and Mizuki and Goro. Looks like our final team. That's so fun. I didn't even know they'd be here. So this is Gyobu. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Gyobu found my faves.
Spying on great yokai. Great yokai whisper about something with humans.
A great yokai. So I guess Mizuki, she's technically a yokai, right? So great yokai.
What do you think?
Oh.
Are you interested in our proposal?
I love her voice in practice. All right, we gotta do Kokomi. As much as I love Kokomi, I actually don't think I can do a good Kokomi voice, quite frankly. So I'm just gonna put that out there. As much as I love her, I don't think I can do her voice justice. Especially when my voice is still a little bit like lower than it usually is and a little bit more hoarse than normal because of earlier this week. Anyways, Kokomi says, the idea has a lot of promise, but I'm afraid there are no natural hot springs on Watatsumi Island, and the cost of heating them artificially is a bit too... No, it's because she probably wants to open a bathhouse on Watatsumi Island, but they don't have the hot springs.
1 second. I believe.
God, I
someone's
love her voice.
listening. Hello over there. You're
Not
more
what I
than
was
welcome to
expecting.
join, but a
I was
face-to-face
definitely expecting like a
conversation is more
traditional,
appropriate,
like,
don't you
quote-unquote
think?
anime girl voice. But, oh, I love her voice so much. I love that she has like a lower register. I love that. It's so pretty. She has such a pretty voice. And not to say the other characters don't, obviously. But, like, I'm one to talk about that. But I love her voice.
It's just us.
Hi. It's us. Goro's not voiced either, unfortunately.
There's no
It's
need
fine.
to be nervous, you two.
Because I don't
It's
know
not
if
like
it's
I
due
think you're
to
corporate
the
spies.
voice actor strike or if it's due to just like current events in California. Obviously, the fires were like a huge thing. And I don't know if that overlapped with the voice recording for this version and it just wasn't able to get out in time. Because obviously, say the safety of the voice actors as well as the teams working on like the mastering and stuff is much, much more important. Like the safety and lives of those people is much, much more important than a silly little gacha game voice acting event. Like, there's things that are much more important than Genshin Impact event voiceover, quite frankly. I don't know if it was what it was due to, because I'm pretty sure they record most of the voice for Genshin in California, but I'm not sure, quite frankly. It could be either of the two, but I don't know when they recorded voice for this event, and it could have overlapped with that. I'm just saying. It could be one of the two. It could be a mix of things. Because I know previous events, I don't think had any English voice. So it's making me think it might have been a current events issue rather than a contract issue. But I also don't know if Formosa, which is the studio that does Genshin Impact voice acting as far as I know, and was one of the big ones that got struck. I don't know if maybe they signed something or what. So I don't know. It's very, you know? I'm like, I'm gonna continue to play through the event in English because I accidentally started it that way. At least for this video, I might actually go in and change it to Japanese for the next ones, but it is what it is. But this is Mizuki, a clinical psychologist and one of Inazuma's Yumekue? God, I can't read tonight. Yumekue Baku, known for their ability to feast on human nightmares. Her investment led to the opening of the Isa Bathhouse in Inazuman Indoor Hot Spring, where guests can unwind with a unique combination of relaxing baths and delicious cuisine, as well as professional psychotherapy services. So all those times I made jokes about needing therapy, certain characters needing therapy, therapists do exist in Teyvat. So it's no longer an excuse that it's just not a thing in Teyvat. We have therapists. Go to therapy! If something's been on your mind, you should consider confiding in Mizuki. She'll do her best to drive away those nightmares. Hopefully she's on the clock, right? Because that's her job. No, you are worth getting paid. Somehow it all comes back to that. Anyways.
As for you,
Strike
it's been
it
a while
all!
since I've met one of your kind. What's your name? Is Ioroi doing well?
Oh, she knows Yoroi. Yobu, now you're scared.
Oh, this is Kyobu Koban. It's his first time visiting the city, so he's a bit shy around strangers.
That's cute. All right. As for Ioroi, he's the same as always. Still stuck in a statue.
Still sealed in
Yep.
that statue then. I suppose it can't be helped.
I
Nice
wonder,
to meet you,
that needs to be like an
Kyobukoban.
event post
My name
endgame.
is Yume Mizuki.
Oh,
I'm a Yumekui Baku.
Yumekui.
yokai,
All right, now
just
we know how
like
to say it. She's so pretty. But I feel like we need an event like 2027 when the game's over where we finally get Io right out of that goddamn statue. I feel like it would just be fun. All right.
Great yokai is surprisingly friendly?
All right, I gotta read again. Kokomi says, looks like he was scared that as a great yokai, we were going to do something terrible to him for interrupting our secret meeting. Is Kokomi's not yokai. Anyways, was it actually a secret meeting? She says, not exactly, no. We were discussing the potential of opening a new branch of the Isa bathhouse on Watatsumi Island.
Oh, Isa Bathhouse is expanding to Watatsumi Island?
Paimon, you act like you've heard of the Isa bathhouse. This is our first time hearing about it. We just got here. We've been gone for like 3 years. Goro says, well, tourism is one of the areas we're hoping to expand. We've been discussing the possibility with Miss Mizuki for quite some time. Kokomi says, still, given the lack of natural springs on Watatsumi Island, we're looking at high operating costs, and if it's not different enough from the main branch, I worry about its ability to draw in customers.
All valid points.
But like,
We do need
Watatsumi
to
Island is
differentiate
so
the
pretty,
brand.
right? I would go
We
just
could
for
place
that.
a greater emphasis on physiotherapy.
You know, as somebody who probably physiotherapy, that's physical therapy, right? As somebody who needs that, I'd go. I'd do it. It's so pretty there.
Or add
Like,
some
imagine
popular
that.
activities, such as carefully designed games.
Mizuki, do you know what we're doing? Do you know about the game jam? Do you want in?
Games? Games? In a bathhouse?
I mean, it sounds fun, like Marco Polo.
Of course.
I'm kidding, by the way.
Games are often used in psychological treatment to put patients at ease.
Man, I wish my therapist used games. That would be so much more fun. I no longer see that therapist, but they were not a good therapist. Kind of a scammer, too. That's a whole other thing. Anyways, I get in weird situations. Moving on.
Anyway, the topic of games really seemed to pique your interest. Is
Yeah.
there something going on?
There is. Allow me to explain, Mizuki. So we briefly explain the situation for a third time. And Kokomi says, I see. A new kind of Mikawa flower festival. Miss Fried Tofu with all the frills is as ingenious as ever. That's a reference to the geniusification event.
Miko. I knew I smelled scheming in the air.
Oh, that's so funny that they have like beef. Goro says, fat lady again. Well, there's a lot of work to do on Watatsumi Island, so we probably don't have time for something like that. Right, Your Excellency? No, Kokomi's gonna be like, I want in, this sounds fun. Also, she probably wants to like do better than Miko because they have like a little rivalry thing going on, but they're also like besties. I love them. But I don't think Miko's like participating as a competitor. I think she's probably a judge or something. I don't know. Anyways, Kokomi says, I do think there's potential in turning Watatsumi Island into a tourist destination. Yeah, it's really pretty. We could use the festival as a proof of concept and establish a partnership with Miss Mizuki. If people are drawn to our game, that would mean a lot of positive publicity, which would benefit us in the long term. That's the word I trip up on, really? Goro says, but aren't Isa Bathhouse and Yai Publishing House business rivals?
Rivalries aside, I have no qualm using Yai Publishing.
They're doing a
House's
lot of like these
resources to our
front-facing
advantage.
shots, and I don't know if that's just like the devs having like the devs not going for more creative shots, or because they did this in the special program, kind of copying the style of a visual novel sort of thing.
Besides,
Because I hope it's that, because that's
you
much more
have a
fun.
connection to Yai Publishing House as well, don't you, General Goro? You work on the That's Life column.
Mizuki, I wouldn't look into that any more than you just did. I wouldn't go into it any more than you just did, because Goro will start crashing out. He says, well, yes, I do.
If our venture is to focus on games,
Nothing more than that.
then as future business partners, I'm sure
Nothing
you would
more than that,
appreciate an
Mizuki.
opportunity to see what I can do.
Fair enough. Oh, I have to click through. Kokomi says, an astute observation, Miss Mizuki. Well, shall we? Getting down to business is often the quickest way to bring people together, after all. Fair enough.
Agreed.
That's actually
Then
pretty
why
fair.
don't we discuss some of the finer details before the festival begins?
I guess that makes enough sense. Goro says, all right then, I guess I should. He's trying to get out of it. He does not want to be here. Kokomi says, actually, Goro, I was hoping you might attend to the business on Watatsumi Island in the meantime. Just as you said, there is quite a bit to be done. She knows. Goro says, huh? Book it, my dude. Take it and run. She's giving you an out and a way to avoid Miko. He says, of course. And Kokomi says, in addition, I'd like you to encourage the people of Watatsumi Island to attend the festival. It's a celebration for humans and yokai alike, so that includes our people as well. This should be an occasion that brings people together. Cute. Goro says, understood. Leave it to me, your excellency. All right. Friends the world over. Is that like a commission? Commission? No. Is that like something you get for, what is that achievement? Is it like event specific? Meet all sorts of people during your adventure. Is that just like you need to meet a certain amount of people? Interesting that it took me that long to get. Thank you, Mizuki, for giving me an achievement. Where are we going? Far. Oh yeah, it's the Yashiro commission. I'm probably gonna have to do more reading as well. 53 minutes we've been here.
Miss Kamisato, this is the list of
Will
stage materials
Ayaka be
for your
voiced?
review.
Let's find out.
Miss Kamisato, I have your schedule for tomorrow.
Because Hyakube... Oh!
The
What do you know?
list
She is.
Fine. As for the schedule, let's move the meeting with the Tenryo Commission up a little. They're in charge of festival
still sounds a little
security,
bit
so that should take
crunchy.
precedence.
Which is a mastering thing, but also if that does have to do with like current events over strike, then yeah, that makes sense. If it's a strike, then it's like, hey, pay the mastering guy, all right? Pay them. Know your worth. It always comes back to that. Yeah, are we interrupting?
Oh no, you're fine. You caught me just as I was
I know that's been an
finishing up,
issue the
actually.
last couple of patches though,
Lady
with
Gucci
Natlin
said
as
you're
well,
the
the
official
audio
festival
being a little bit
representative,
crispy.
And you've been busy recruiting participants.
So I don't know what
should
the
do
deal
my
with that
part
is.
too, right?
Because
For
it's not
large
really a
events like
problem in
Test
the
of
other
Courage,
HoYoverse games.
Brother usually does most of the organizing.
That's
But
Ayato.
this time, I wanted to take some work off his back.
I feel like you've taken work off his back before. Because there was the event we had before with Ayaka. Anyways, that should be a big help.
I hope so.
I just love seeing Ayaka.
Speaking of the recruitment, we've had
I feel like is Ayato okay? Is he missing? Can we bring him back? He hasn't been in an event in a very long
Already?
time.
That
He
was
shows up at the
fast.
very end with
I
like
wasn't
one line
sure
of
we would find
dialogue
enough participants.
on the
I
overworld.
thought I might have to sign up myself.
Well, there's still time.
Oh, don't worry about it. I can only focus on so many things.
She was so
anyway.
ready to do it all.
If we have enough people, I should stick
We
to
love
organizing.
Ayaka. That's right. They did the
I
Ayaka
suppose
Logitech
I'm
collaboration,
really
and there's a
sad about not
mouse.
taking part.
It's not like the fanciest thing
I'm
ever, but
looking
I'm still
forward to
thinking
the
about buying it.
festival all the same.
I like forgot about
When
that, and I
the time
just bought. Like I
Perhaps we could check it out together.
I just bought like one of those USB keyboard mouse combos to use for work because just using a laptop like hunched over all day is actually killing my neck. So I finally bought like a laptop riser and stuff I can bring to the office. And oh my god, I forgot about the Ayaka mouse. I still might buy it, but still, I don't have that many like USB ports in my laptop because I also bring my hard drives with me, so I don't have that many ports.
Miss Kamisato, another letter from the Kanjo Commission.
Kanjo Commission, is that?
Coming.
Is that Sarah? I think
Sorry,
it might be.
duty calls. We'll have to talk about our plans another time.
That's totally fine, Ayaka. This video's getting long.
My brother's the one overseeing the teams. I believe he's in the courtyard with Lady Gucci.
Ah,
You can go in when you're ready.
they're together. Great. Those two people I don't trust all the time.
See you later.
Will Ayato be voiced? Let's find out.
Wow, Hayaka's really working hard. Guess we should follow suit. You're
I hope he is, because I
representative, and that makes Paimon
don't
the
think I can do an
representative
Ayato
of the
voice. I'm gonna be so real.
So in other words, let's do this.
That was fun. There they are. Unfortunately.
It's about time.
I'm kidding, I
could
love
hear
them
you
both.
Talking outside.
Oh, Ayato's not voiced. That's fine. All right, let's give it a shot. He says, I apologize for not greeting you upon arrival. I can't do Ayato. It's fine. But yeah, let's just keep going. The Lady Gucci and I were discussing something urgent.
Oh, don't worry about it.
We're going to
We're talking
probably...
to Ayaka anyway.
Will we have to click through this one? Maybe. I don't think we don't have to.
Now
Because
that
there's only
young
one
lady is
unvoiced character.
enthusiastic volunteer, especially when she heard about your involvement, traveler.
Oh, of
Solved
course,
our
of
personnel
course.
Problem in one fell
We're not going to look into that any further, so you took the opportunity to order her around as well.
Hardly. It was entirely her decision.
I missed
Besides,
Ayato.
You really think I could order her around with her big brother standing right there?
All right, he says, I do hope she gets what she wants out of the event. Now I see the Bakedenuki are no longer with you. I assume that means the teams are set. We never saw you when they were with us, but here's the situation. So you explain everything to Ayato, probably the team splits and all that. And he says, Longhorned Oni and Short-horned Oni. Those are some interesting names. Because he knows Ito and Toma. They're besties. Even if Ito's... does Ito still not know who Ayato is? It's been, what, 3 years? 2022, my dude. But I was hoping Toma would use the festival as an excuse to relax. But it would seem he refuses to remain idle. Dude, I feel that. Literally, I have been, like, vibrating because I've had to, like, rest a lot because I'm on, like, new meds and stuff. Vibrating. I'm, like, I'm gonna go insane. He even signed up as a participant. Well, here's to hoping the game development is enjoyable at the very least.
Huh. Mizuki signed up too? Along with the Soul of the Deep.
Again with the
Now
names.
this is getting
The
interesting.
nicknames. They have such
I
a
knew it was
rivalry.
good idea to put you in charge of
But that's the
recruitment,
other
Traveler.
thing is that even Mizuki was like, oh, I knew I smelt that fox. I know she's up to something.
They're planning to use your festival to promote Isa Bathhouse.
So, let him do that.
Oh, is that so? Then perhaps I should up the ante.
By what? Are they getting a billboard?
So, Ayato, is everything set on your end then?
Probably, right? He says, yes, the Ashiro Commission will be in contact with each team and arrange for lodging, food, equipment, and travel. Offer a game jam, really? Impressive. I think all game jams should do that. We will also determine the overall theme for the games, which will be announced 48 hours before the opening of the festival. That's literally a game jam. That is literally how that works.
Yes, that's all well and good. I just have one small adjustment.
Oh god, so that really doesn't bode well.
Why so anxious? I'm just trying to keep things exciting.
Miko, your
When you're
idea of
ready to
exciting
announce
is not the
the
general
theme,
consensus
come
of
to the
exciting.
Festival grounds at the foot of Mount Yogo. We'll see you there.
Is that still gonna be night one? I guess technically it probably should be. Wait until the next day. Hi, Ayato. All right. Like we could be done because I've been recording for an hour, so like hypothetically we could be done for today. But also I didn't finish my dailies, but I also like need to take my meds. So there is that. You only need to use 30 original resin. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Like hypothetically I should be done. I fat fingered. Sorry, you can keep the jellyfish, Ayato. That's yours now. Okay, well, we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Pay no attention to we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. See? Nothing happened. Everything's perfectly normal. Do we keep going? Because I could be done. Because I still have editing to do as well, but then I'm gonna do this entire thing tomorrow, and I'm just like looking at my schedule, and I'm like, tomorrow's gonna suck a little bit. I've done nothing for Steam Next Fest, guys. But like hypothetically, because how Steam posts demos is changed, so it's like they're available longer, but I am sleepy though. So it's goddamn meds. I'm literally just scrolling through Twitter. I should go to sleep. I should. I think we will be done. Maybe I'll record some other little things after this. I'm just gonna have to do this entire event tomorrow, but usually after you get through day one, it's kind of like very quick from there, so we should be fine. If I don't finish the event, it's a filler event anyways, it's fine. Okay, yeah, great. I'm gonna go to sleep, I think. I'm gonna edit and then go to sleep. I'm sleepy. I feel like I got nothing done today, but it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. All right, that is, I actually need to get more done. I might have to record another video. Maybe I'm gonna get up, take a lap, and come back, all right? Maybe. I might be done. I don't know. God. Okay, let's finish this video at the very least. If you like this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more, and click the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. We will finish night one in the next video, as well as do games and all that stuff. All that jazz. As always, I hope everyone had or is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys!